Good morning, everybody. I wanted to share some things from an old journal of mine today that it was back in May of 2020 when we were all going through a very interesting time on planet Earth. And I wrote some stuff down here. See if you can see it. And it was about 3 interesting words, which were be, do, and have. And most people think about how those words are phrased, right? Be, do, and have. And I wrote down underneath this that most people in life, they have it the other way around. They're like do, have, and be. In other words, like if I do this, I will have that, and then I'll be happy, fulfilled, joyful, successful. And I really wanted to hone in on this today, especially for those of us who want to continually be at our best. We want to permanently keep that weight off and realize that we are that thin, slender, energized person, that we want to use our bodies and we want to be in control of our bodies. We want to be the master of our bodies rather than the other way around. Many times we think to ourselves like, or the other way around, think about this: when I have something, then I will do that thing and then I will be a certain way. And we need to really shift this, guys. If we want to change our life, right? If we want to change how we are, especially when it comes to the areas of our weight and keeping ourselves at a healthy weight, the thin, slender version of ourselves that we want to be, we need to start using our imagination and change it to be, doing, and having. And what I mean by that is being the person that you want to be now, doing those things that that person would do, right? And then the thing that you want, the thing that you want to have, that's what's going to show up in your life. Now, I haven't made a video for a while. I go on and off on making videos. There's something in me, I'm going to be really honest with you about this, is that I procrastinate on making videos. I put it off. I don't know if it's a fear, a subconscious block, or what have you, but I thought to myself, okay, what would the version of Susan be like, right? What would she do, that version of her that wants to help other people who do struggle with keeping slender? What would she do? Well, she wouldn't go off and do something else right now. She'd be making a video. That's what came to my mind. She'd be making a video to help other people. So I want you to think about yourself. Who are you being? What's that version of yourself that you're telling yourself? You know, in Joe Dispenza's book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, he talks a lot about how most of the thoughts that we have each day are the same thoughts that we had yesterday. And if we want a new personal reality, we need to change our personality. And personalities, guys, are made up of all the things that we are thinking about and the things that we are doing, right? So we have to, if we want to be someone different, we need to start thinking different thoughts. We need to start taking different actions. If you're thinking the same thoughts every single day, then you're going to end up being the same person that you are 5 years from now. You have to start having different thoughts, taking different actions in order to become that person that you want to be. You have to be that person now, and you will literally start morphing into that person that you desire to be. And I've heard it so many times, you know, that the universe doesn't give you what you want. The universe gives you what you are. If you are thinking different thoughts, being that person that you want to be now, that's when reality starts to shift. That's why I thought, oh, I need to go and do some stuff. I need to go and pay some bills. I thought, no, I'm going to get on YouTube right now. I'm going to make this video, shoot this video, not just for you guys, but also for myself. I want to help other people. I want to help myself. And going back and thinking to myself, who do I want to be? Okay. And what would that person do in order to have what they want to have? So if you want to have, like, for example, a thin, healthy, slender body, who do you need to be? What thoughts do you need to think? And the thoughts are going to turn into actions, right? So ask yourself that today. Where have you got these words? Are you have, do, and be? Do you have it backwards? Like, when I have that, I'll do that, and then I'll be that. Really think about that. Really think about those three words, have, do, and be. Put them in different placements, turn them around and see how it really does shape how you're thinking about things, you know. Our imagination, like Neville Goddard says, really does create our future reality. I think it was Albert Einstein, I'm not sure who said that the imagination is basically like it shows you life's future events. What you're imagining right now is going to start showing up in your life. So just you really thinking to yourself, who am I being right now? And start using your imagination. Imagine that person that you want to be. What are they doing? What kind of foods are they eating? Are they eating high vibe foods? Are they going after Twinkies? Are they stuffing their face with greasy, you know, junk foods? I want you to think about, what is that person that you want to be like? What are their actions? Can you visualize them? Can you visualize that person that you want to be? And when you start visualizing that and putting that in your mind, you actually start creating new neural pathways in your mind. You can do this. You really can, by using your imagination. Not only that, you start activating this thing in your brain called the reticular activating system. You know, we have all this information coming at us all the time, every single day. And our brain can only handle so much, right? Especially living in this modern age, we can only handle so much information coming into our minds every single day. So when you start imagining good things, you start telling your brain what it wants you want to look out for, right? So if you start thinking to yourself all these great things about yourself, start speaking great things with yourself, you're going to start noticing great things showing up in your life. Like, I am magnetic, I'm confident, I'm kind, you know, I'm charismatic, I'm a thin eater, I'm in control of my body, I love working out, I love people, I'm forgiving, I'm caring. When you start putting these things, when you start putting these things through your mind, you're creating new neural pathways. So I want to encourage you today, again, thinking about those three words: be, do, and have. Don't get them backwards. When I have that, I'll do that, and then I'll be happy. No, be that, do that thing, and then you're going to have that reality that you want. So I hope that encourages you today. I'm going to be talking a lot more about law assumption in the days ahead, and just wanting to encourage you guys, again, especially those, I'm trying to put together a course right now for people who have struggled in times past with keeping their weight down. So please follow along, because I'm going to be working on that and bringing that out more in the future to help people who need some extra support to becoming that new version of themselves, that slim, thin, in control of food version of themselves. So thanks for watching, guys. And I always want to close with reminding you that the power to transform your life, it truly is within you, because you got the presence of God. You got the presence of this divine consciousness. Each one of us are a spark, a part of that divine consciousness that runs throughout this whole world. And when you tap into that, that's when the magic happens, and it's within you. Okay, till next time, this is Susan. I'll see you on the next video. Bye so much. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.